Recently, I had an opportunity to order something from Amazon. From time to time, I order a lot of online. I make a lot of online orders, but this time something strange happened. I ordered a stool, a chair, and this is what Amazon told me. Should I call this artificial intelligence or unsupervised machine learning? I don't know. But today is the fact that we are going to show you how artificial intelligence can be leveraged to save lives, to do something good, and not something like this. There was an incident that took place in the US. You probably have heard in the news. There was a large consumer retail chain that mishandled a data breach, which costed them around 148 million US dollars in compensation and $1 billion in lost revenue. Profits fell by 46%. This is what happens if you mishandle a crisis situation like a data breach in this case. If you go to the other side of the line, how quickly help arrives in a catastrophic region can mean the difference between life and death. Yes, how soon or how late the help arrives that can mean the difference between life and death. And do you think that the traditional way of reporting and managing a crisis situation is enough? We will see. Talking about crisis, it's very important when an event of emergency takes place, it has to be resolved quickly. Fast and effective incident management and resolution is the key for any crisis situation. Also, when an incident takes place, tasks needs to be automatically distributed to the right teams, to the right people, depending upon their skill set and the priorities. The exercises which are conducted as part of those incidents need to be documented, and lessons need to be learned from those exercises. Last but not least, why crisis management is so important for any commercial organization or local government authority. Why? Because they want to enhance the safety of their workers, of their citizens, the external staff members, protect their brand reputation, and also reduce the risk. Today, we are going to take you through a live performance around crisis management, and it's all about alerting, engaging, and resolving a problem. But before we do that, I would like to introduce you the key personas that are involved in a crisis management situation. One of the key persona is a citizen, in this case, John. Citizen is someone who logs an incident from an app, takes a picture, and attaches it with the live incident. The citizen also subscribes himself to email or SMS alerts to remain notified on the progress of the incident. Last but not least, citizen is also augmented by a 3D augmented reality view, which allows him to navigate the emergency team to get to the incident location effectively and quickly. The second important persona is a critical situation officer, in this case, Andrea, and she's the one who reviews the checklist of the incident, also assigns the right teams to the incident that have to resolve that. And most important thing is that the critical situation officer is empowered by a cockpit, which includes the live feed, incident tracking, event logs, reports, among others. The third most important persona in an incident management is emergency team. And the emergency team could be one or more teams, like the emergency response team, fire brigade, police, next to kin, etc. They perform tasks as the situation demands, and they connect with the citizen or the critical situation officer to take informed decisions quickly. Introducing you a simplified business process. Typically, a business process is quite complex, but we have simplified that just for the sake of explanation, that the process starts when a citizen logs an incident, takes a picture, provides information, all through a mobile app, and then it triggers our platform in combination with the technology from AviaNet, where we identify an incident through artificial intelligence. Then we select the necessary checklist and trigger the right emergency teams. Throughout this process, the critical situation officer always have the possibility to modify the checklist of the task and reassign teams as appropriate. Finally, the emergency team perform the task, which could be the first aid, it could be the rescue service, or any other required service, and they leverage, as I already mentioned, the 3D augmented reality view to get more information about the incident location, for example, the hotel, the streets, the building, and so on. And as I already mentioned, when the citizen basically keeps notified through the SMS or email alerts and the critical situation of...
Oh my gosh, someone's just fallen over. Are you all right? Is there a doctor in the room anywhere? Oh, thank goodness, someone is rushing to their aid. And as you can see, someone else is now reporting this incident through their Alfresco mobile app. And we can see now how he does so. First, he selects an incident template, takes a picture of the event, and uploads it to the app. He then specifies their current location on the map available. And with these quick and easy steps, we can see that he is now going to be able to officially report the incident. Let's now check in at the cockpit of the critical situation officer and see what's happening there. On the CSO's end, we can see a dashboard designed with Alfresco application development framework, with Google Maps showing the locations of all the ongoing incidents in the area. We can also see the current status of said incidents, along with the number of open incidents, people injured, and accidents requiring police, ambulance, and other important KPIs. In the additional above tabs, we can see the standard operating procedures that are used to deal with a multitude of different types of incidents. All this information is retrieved from Alfresco Content Services. The CSO can then leverage these procedures to guide the person reporting the incident.
Hello, good afternoon, Bert.
Hey, I've got an injured colleague over here. Can you please help me? I just logged a ticket for it.
Sure, Bert, I see that you have just logged an incident, but first of all, I'd like to request you to calm down, because if you are not calm, you are not going to solve the problem.
Thank you for that.
Okay, so tell me, are you able to listen to the chest and mouth to see if the victim is able to breathe properly?
Yes, we are. Yeah,
Okay.
it's quite okay. It's quite okay.
Okay, please also watch to see if the chest rises and falls normally.
Nah, it's doubty.
At least you seem to be amused, that's good. So feel for breaths being taken by placing your cheek beside his mouth.
Okay, he's fine, I think.
Okay, so if required, I'm assuming you know how to perform the CPR?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so please perform that if required. If you see the breathing issues, our emergency team is on its way and they will soon be with you, okay?
Thank you. Perfect.
Thank you so much.
The CSO is also able to see the current trends, including incidents per month, incident activity over time, and the types of incidents that may occur. The CSO is able to identify a specific incident and monitor all the tasks that are and have been undertaken, whether they are overdue, and if the incident has been resolved as a result. This is all realized using Alfresco process services. The CSO can also drill down into a specific task where he has the possibility to involve additional people or teams. They can also define a checklist of additional tasks as and when appropriate. Shortly, we will be able to see the emergency team and what is happening on their end. We are now with the emergency team, who have a 3D augmented reality view. The emergency team has the exact coordinates of the incident location and how far they are themselves from the incident. They also have the floor plan of the location, in this instance the county hall, and where the incident is located in relation to the main entrance. Oh, thank goodness, the emergency team has finally arrived. Our thoughts are with the injured, and thankfully the emergency team were able to get there in time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw, you saw a crisis management application, and the key functionalities that you basically observed today was the mobile app. Bert, you were using mobile app. Maybe you want to basically explain a bit about that?
Yeah, so I think one of the main things for the mobile app is also to understand in there it's very easy to use. So we have different kind of templates available in there, making sure that we can use the picture that was in there. We're using the AI services behind that to identifying the locations in there, identifying what's on the picture in there. So by just taking a simple picture, we can know and learn a lot from your incident in there.
Very good. I had the privilege to use the cockpit as a critical situation officer, which was realized using application development framework from Alfresco. The process that you saw, where it was assigning the tasks to the different teams and so on, was realized using Alfresco process services. And the critical content, including the standard operating procedures, were managed and stored in Alfresco content services. Last but not least, you also saw that we were leveraging the artificial intelligence service to automatically detect the type of the incident from the picture that was taken on the mobile phone. Why we are different? We provide one platform for process, for content, and for governance. As you saw, the solution is universally accessible because it was device agnostic. You can use any mobile phone, any smart device to report an incident. We have also seen that the artificial intelligence was leveraged to drive actionable insight based upon the picture and other information. The knowledge workers, like the emergency team, were empowered by leveraging augmented reality. Last but not least, it's an industry-agnostic use case. You can use it if you are a local municipal authority, a local government, or a commercial organization. I would like to thank you, all the people who contributed to make it happen. Avianet, our partner. I would also request all of you to come quickly on the stage. Peter, Bert, you are already here. Marwan, I guess he is in a training today. He's not here. Laura, Rigetto, Rodrigo, Ruhi.